Hello guys, I am Mukesh. I hope everyone is doing well. In this video, I am going to show you how you can install Jenkins on Ubuntu, and also I will show you how to do initial configuration for Jenkins. First, let us see the prerequisites for Jenkins installation. So first prerequisite for installing Jenkins is to install JDK 11 version or higher than 11 version. Second is we need to allow port 22 so that we can log in into the instance using SSH method. And final, third one is we need to allow port 8080 in security group. It is the default port of Jenkins. We need to allow this port so that we can access Jenkins dashboard on the browser. So these are all the prerequisites for installing Jenkins for the basic users. So to install Jenkins, I am going to use EC2 instance. So let us go to AWS Management Console and let us proceed installing Jenkins. As you can see, I am on the AWS Management Console. If you don't know how to create an EC2 instance and how you can connect to the EC2 instance, you can watch my video. I'm going to link it, that video at the end of it. So first we are going to select EC2 service here and select instances and launch instances. Naming it as Jenkins server, it is an option. I'm selecting Ubuntu 22.04. So for the practice purpose, T2 micro is fine. So if you are using for another use, you have to select instance type according to your name. So I am going with T2 micro. For practice, it is fine. And I'm selecting a key pair here. So right now I don't have any key pair in this Ohio region. So I am creating a new key pair. I am naming it as Jenkins. And let's create a key pair. So it is downloaded into my local system. Now let us create a security group. As I said before, we need to allow port 22 and also we need to allow port 8080. So let me create one security group. We have to click on edit here. Select create security group and let me name it as Jenkins SG. The description security group for Jenkins. So first rule is to allow SSH. So it is already doing that. So I'm not changing it. And we need to allow one more rule here. That is to allow 8080. So I'm selecting anywhere IPv4. And you can give a description like default and volume 8 GB is fine. And let me launch this instance. So launching an instance is successful. Let us go to the instances. Let us wait for it becomes running state. Right now, Jenkins server is running, so we can connect to it. If you don't know how to connect to these instances, to EC2 instance or any cloud instances, you can watch my other video that I have recorded. So let me copy this public IPv4 address. So we need to copy this and let me go to my terminal. So we are in Windows terminal. I'm using Windows PowerShell. And right now I'm in download folder. And it is where I have downloaded my PEM file. So let me connect to it. SSH mirror. Jenkins.pem is my private key. And Ubuntu is username and our IP address. So we are connected to EC2 instance. Now let's see how we can install this Jenkins. So for that, I'm using official documentation. I'm not doing any. I'm not copying from other websites. I'm going to official documentation page. So let me open that in the browser. So we are right now in the browser. Let me search it in the Google. Jenkins install. So we are entering into official Jenkins website. According to your operating system or your environment, you can select it here. So we are using Linux systems. So let me select Linux. And in that we are using Ubuntu. So we have to click on Ubuntu. So this is a long time support release. We are using this one. And these are all the steps to install Jenkins. Before installing Jenkins, there is one prerequisite. I have already shown you in the document. We have to install JDK 11 version. So we can get that command in this page only. So let me scroll down to the bottom. So you can see how you can install Java. So installation of Java. So before installing any software in any new system, we have to update our cache. We have to update our apt cache. So let me copy this command first and let me go to terminal. Paste it. So it is taken time. Yeah, it is finished. Let us copy second command. So second command, this is install. This is going to install OpenJDK 11 version. So let me copy this and let me go to terminal again. So we are pasting our command here, and in the last -y. So Java is installed. So let us verify if it is installed or not. What version is installed? So let me clear the screen. And the command to verify Java space hyphen version. So this is the version that is installed 11.0.19. So you can see. So our prerequisites are done. Now let us move on to how to install Jenkins. So I am back into official documentation. I am scrolling up. So this is the instructions to install Jenkins. So this is the first command. The first command is downloading Jenkins apt key. Okay, Jenkins apt key. So let us do that. Copy this and go back to terminal. Okay. Sorry, it didn't copy. Copy. Next. And let me copy the second command. So this is the second command. So this second command is going to create Jenkins apt repository. So this command is going to create Jenkins apt repository. Copy this and paste it in the terminal. Now after downloading this Jenkins apt key and creating Jenkins apt repository, you need to update your cache again. Okay, you need to update your cache. Copy. Paste. So this one is updated. You can see these packages are updated into this apt repository. You can see pkg.jenkins.io. You can see. And in the last, we need to install our Jenkins by this command. Okay. And what? Will take some time. You have to wait for it. And here it is installing Jenkins and also NetTools package. So this is one prerequisite for Jenkins. So that's why it is installing. Okay, our Jenkins is installed. You can verify by doing. Let me clear the screen first. You can verify if the Jenkins is installed or not by this command, Jenkins space version. So this is the version that has been installed, and you need to make sure that Jenkins service is running. So to make sure that, you need to type in this command sudo systemctl status Jenkins. So this one is active and running, as you can see. So right now we can access this Jenkins on the browser. So let us go back to web browser. So we are in web browser, and we need to copy Jenkins server public IPv4 address. And you already know that Jenkins works on 8080. 8080, enter. So this Jenkins is working. And first we need to unlock the Jenkins with the initial administrative password. So that can be accessed from this location on this Jenkins server. So let us copy this path, and go back to terminal again. So to come out of this service status, we need to press Ctrl+C, and let us cat it our initial administrative password. Let me clear the screen first. So you have to use sudo first, because if you don't use sudo, so let me show you what happens if you don't use sudo. So cat and paste the path. So this is the path. Enter. So this is permission denied. We need to use sudo. We need to cat it as sudo user. So sudo cat paste it. So this is the initial administrative password. Let us copy this and paste it in the browser here. Administrator password. Paste it. So there are two options. We can select. First is install suggested plugin, and second is install uh, selective plugins. So first, let us see what is this one. Select plugins to install. So I'm clicking on it. So in here, you can optimize your Jenkins plugins. So if you don't want to install this folders, you can uncheck it. Or if you want to install this plugin, you can check this one, like that. According to your need, you can select it. Or if you want to install all of these plugins, you can click on all. Okay. So I am selecting this install suggested plugins only, and it is better if you do the if you select this one only. If you are using Jenkins at the very first time, I'm selecting this one. So it will install all of our plugins. It will take some time. You have to wait for it. So our plugins is installed, and then we need to create first admin user. We can create with any name you want. I'm creating with admin username. So if your company is following some standards, you have to follow them. Or if you are just practicing, you can do this with any name you want. And here also you don't need to give your uh, original email address. And like I said before, if you are creating for the company purpose, you have to follow your company standards. So after filling everything, you have to click on save and continue. And this is our Jenkins URL. This is public IP and default port of Jenkins, that is 88. And save and finish. It will finish this configuration. So we have completed our Jenkins installation. So that is it for today, guys. So if you have any doubt, you can always comment down. And also please like this video and share and subscribe. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.